I am actually in Jersey now. I know you're like, oh my gosh, that girl be all over the place. Anyway, I'm studying actually right now, and I'm actually studying the book of Luke. And it always starts with a girlfriend. You know, I have so many girlfriends until I can start a church with just girlfriends alone. And one of my girlfriends called me up and she was like, yo, MJ, I need you to pray for me. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's pray. What's up? What's going on? And she's like, yo, you know, I'm scared. And she began to go on with a plethora of issues that she was having. And I had to stop her. I had to pause. I'm like, yo, what you afraid of? And she began to tell me what she was afraid of. I'm like, yo, cut that out. You know, the Brooklyn came out of me. I was like, cut that out. Brandon, my son, hey, baby. And I said to her, I was like, yo, cut that out. What you afraid of? And she began to go through a bunch of things that she was afraid of. And I'm like, yo, we ain't got no time for fear. And so as I began to study, her timing was perfect because I was actually in the book of Luke. And I'm going to share with you what I told her. Fear is a very crippling thing. God gave us measures of fear. Measures of fear means if I go on top of the Empire State Building and I don't have a harness, when I look down, fear will save my life. It is a measure of fear that God gave us for him specifically because that is the first sign of wisdom. But then I said to her, I was like, yo, you ain't got no time to be fearing them on your job. You don't got no time to be fearing them. I mean, they just mad because it's you. And I know I put the video out that they just don't like you, and I thank you for your support. But it is really true. People don't like you because it's just simply you. But here's the thing. One of the best deliverance I have ever had in my life is getting delivered from people. I'm going to say that again. One of the greatest fears that you could have in your life is being afraid of people, their opinions, and what they think of you. It's a crippling fear that you afflict upon yourself. And here's why. The book of Luke states that fear is really given in measures. It is. But it said, why would you fear man? They cannot add a hair on your head gray or add a cubit to your stature, but yet and still you guys are afraid of what people think about you. I ain't got no time to be worried about what people think about me. You can call me all kind of witches with a capital B. I could care less. My husband loves me. My children loves me. And above all, God knows exactly who I am. You know, when you know who you are, you could care less what people think about you. It is high time for you all to get yourself delivered from people and their opinions. Because it is a very crippling thing when you allow people's opinions of you stop you from being successful, stop you from being happy, stop you from being healthy. You're worried about what people think about the people you're dating, what people think about what you do at your job. I was watching this thing on Steve Harvey. These girls were fighting about hair. Long hair, short hair, natural hair. If your hair is weaved, mind your business. That's what I always say. Wear what you want. If a girl wants to put a weave on and it gives her a little confidence that she needs to get her self-esteem back until she can get on her feet and do what she got to do, who cares? I mean, this whole thing about caring what people think is crippling society. Who cares? I could care less what people think about me. I have always been that way. I've always had this basic boldness that God gave me. People say it's holy boldness. I say it's a little Brooklyn in me, you know, just a tad bit of street, just a little bit. My husband laughs and say, "Oh, girl, you soft as a piece of cotton." And I'm that way for him. But I could care less what people think about me. I really don't care. I don't care how many degrees you got. You could be summa cum laude of Yale. Your lexicon could be the most illustrious language in the English dictionary. I could care less. You people have got to get to the point where you get over what people think about you. You must get over it. It will cripple you. Do you know I even speak to people who are afraid to go outside because of what people think about them? People are in relationships and they get out of a relationship and they care what people think if they get in a relationship too fast, or they care about what their family think. Now, it's a difference when you're a child and you want to please your parent. That's a different thing, because what your mom and dad put in you character wise, yeah, we want to see that. But when you get older, let me tell you something. I could care less what people think about me. That is the best deliverance you can have, because when you get over what people think about you, you will be free to be not just who you are, but go where you want to go and do what you have always wanted to do. Your parents have spoken positive things over your life, I hope. But even if they've spoken negative things over your life, who cares? Really? Especially when you become an adult. I mean, truth be told, that's why you're an adult, because you don't need the opinions of your parents. You respect them, but that ultimate decision is yours. Who cares? I wish people would get in a mindset of saying, who cares? I don't give a care. Now, somebody may say something else, but even if you say that, I don't give a care what people say about me. Why? Because I have gotten delivered from people a long time ago. I don't care what people think of me. And the reason why I can say this is because I know who I am. I'm going to tell you one thing about what God has taught me. I don't care what my environment states. I know who I am. I don't care what people say about me. I know whose I am. And once you get those two dynamics together, people could look at you and cuss you out and call you all manners of man. And you'll sit up there and be like, can you please pass the Grey Poupon? Because you get it so strong within you that you are nothing those people say about you. Their views and opinions have nothing to do with who you are. What you have become over the course of who you were and who you are now, God delivered you. So who are you to hold me to my past? You can't. And the reason why people do that, they hold you to your past and keep throwing up your past in your face, because they don't want you to accept not just who God says you are, what you think about yourself. And that's why it's always important for you to think positive of yourself. Because let me tell you what a person does. They'll begin to talk to you about who you think you are. And she thinks she this and oh, think that. People just want to just break you down so that you'll stay in a place that won't be hiding what they have become. And that's why it's so important for you to get it in here that you must be delivered from people. People's opinions will keep you held back so far until you don't even know your left from your right. You have to learn how to pray over your ears and say, God, let me hear the voice that you say that I am. Pray over your eyes and say, God, let me see myself the way you see me. Pray over your chest and say, guard my heart with all diligence. And Lord, let me put the helmet of salvation on. Pray over your feet and say, God, you let me go where you want me to go and nobody else. And God, deliver me from people. You got to get that thing. You better get delivered from people, sugar, so you can walk out on faith, because it'll keep you. People's opinions of you will cripple you. They will make you doubt the very God in heaven. You'll be sitting up there and you will feel so beautiful. Have you ever been that way? You get yourself all dolled up and you ready to go out and you looking all good, and somebody will say something negative and it'll ruin your whole night. Who cares? That's their opinion. And that opinion of you has nothing to do with not just who God say you are, but who you say you are about yourself. I could care less. You can call me. You can put underneath my comments that I'm this, I'm that, and I'm all kind of things. I could care less. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to enjoy my husband. I'm going to enjoy my kids. And I'm going to enjoy life. If I decided that I want to leave here and go work at KFC and flip wings or burgers, that's my business. If I decide that I want to shave my head off and look like Kojak and then 24 hours put on a weave longer than Rapunzel's and Little Kim's, that's my business. Who cares? It is high time for you all to get delivered from people and their opinions, because their opinions can't make your hair gray. It can't make you grow. It won't put no money in your bank. It won't give you a man or take it away. It won't give you the college grade that you want. It won't put you in a prestige. It won't do anything. if you let it. And that's why you got to get delivered from people. So you can say, you know what? Okay. And who cares? So when you see me, next time, anybody see me, just look at me and be like, thanks for that. Because you taught me that I need to be delivered from people. Get delivered from what your father said about you. Get delivered from what your sister said. You know what? I'm going to give you one better. I am small. I'm only 5'3", 4". I'm not a big girl. I wear stilettos because that's what I like to do. But when I was a little girl, you know what my nickname was? My nickname was Fat Pig with Green Teeth. Who cares? I wish I could see. Well, it's Facebook, so everybody could see me now. I am nothing like those girls said that I was. Who cares? That was their opinion of me. But God had different. Their opinions don't matter. And you got to get it in your spirit. Who cares? I don't care if your house is bigger than mine. Who cares? If you got an apartment and if that's your house and your sanctuary and you're happy, who cares? Don't let people tell you that you got to have a house, you got to drive the best car, you got to be married, you got to have kids, you got to do this. Their opinions will stop you from doing what you want to do to be happy. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I wish somebody would say something. I wish. One thing about my husband that I love about him, he's got this disposition that it'll scare you. I mean, it don't scare me, but it'll scare you. Because he just have this way, he'll look at you, he be like, okay. And that's the wonderful thing about my husband and I. We both have this disposition where we really don't give a care. I am not worried about what people say that I should be. I am not worried about what people think that I should be, how I'm supposed to act. As long as I ain't killing nobody and I ain't doing nothing crazy, because that means my character is on the line. That's different. But other than that, who cares? I'm saying this from the pit of my soul. Get delivered from people and their opinions. Who cares? Because I'm going to tell you the truth. God don't. He don't care what you did. You know what he is? He's a magical eraser. And he takes your past and he goes like this and he erases it and he thrusts you to who he said you were all along. He don't care. So who are people to judge you? You go in these churches, oh, your skirt's supposed to be long. I've been in the church one time and somebody didn't want me to wear red shoes. I thank you. I haven't been back to that church to preach. I've been to churches where they count your buttons on your robe. Your skirt got to be this high. Your skirt got to be this. Your hair can't be. Who cares? Who cares? It's religion. Get over people's opinions about you. And you be about God's business and your business. And tell everybody else to go jump in the nearest lake. Go jump right in it when they start telling you all the things that you should be doing. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Who cares? Oh my gosh. Get it in your spirit. Get delivered from people. Who cares? Bye.